My boyfriend made a bet with his friends about how long it would take me to sleep with him. My name is Hannah, I'm 23, and I found out my boyfriend treated my boundaries like a countdown clock in a group chat with his friends. When I met Jake, he seemed like the one guy in his friend group who wasn't a walking red flag. His friends were classic bro energy, loud, flirty with any girl who breathed near them, always making crude jokes. Jake was quieter, kinder, the one who made sure everyone got home safe after nights out. We met at a friend's birthday. He offered me his jacket when it got cold, walked me to my Uber, asked for my number but didn't push when I said I wasn't sure. For once, a guy wasn't rushing me. That felt safe. When we started dating, I told him very clearly that I wanted to take things slow. I'd come out of a relationship where intimacy was basically used as leverage, and I'd promised myself I wouldn't rush into bed with anyone until I felt completely comfortable, no matter how long it took. Jake looked me in the eyes and said, "Of course, I'm not like other guys. I can wait." And for a while, it really did feel like he meant it. He planned thoughtful dates, texted good morning and good night, met my friends, asked about my day. When things heated up physically, he always said the right things. "We only go as far as you want. You're worth waiting for." Meanwhile, his friends would make little comments when we were all together. "Bro, you two are still not sleeping together. You're a saint, man," or "Hannah is such a tease, she's gonna have you celibate forever." Jake would laugh them off and say, "Shut up, it's not like that," and squeeze my hand. I told myself they were just being immature. I didn't know that in another corner of his life, I was literally a bet. About 3 months into the relationship, I finally felt ready. There wasn't some magical moment. It was just a quiet night in his apartment after dinner, laughing about something stupid, and I realized I trusted him. I wanted him. Not because I felt pressured, but because it felt right. He was gentle, checked in with me, and afterwards held me like I was made of glass. The next morning, he made pancakes, kissed my forehead, and joked, "Told you I could wait." I went home feeling warm and weirdly proud of myself for listening to my own timing instead of anyone else's. 2 weeks later, the illusion blew up. We were at a bar with his friends, celebrating someone's promotion. I was at the table grabbing drinks while Jake played pool. One of his friends, Tyler, the loudest one, was already tipsy and leaned over to me, grinning. "So," he slurred. "Jake finally collected, huh?" I frowned. "Collected what?" Tyler laughed like he'd made the best joke of his life. "The bet, obviously. Didn't think he'd pull it off, but your boy's persistent." My stomach dropped. "What bet?" I asked, trying to keep my voice light. He realized he'd said too much and backpedaled hard. Nothing, just messing with you." But he wouldn't look me in the eye. For the rest of the night, the room felt like it was tilting. Every time Jake touched my back or kissed my cheek, I heard Tyler's voice in my head. Collected. When Jake went to the bathroom, he left his phone on the table. It lit up with a notification from a group chat called The Wolves. Normally, I'd never look. That night, my hand moved before my brain could stop it. I opened the chat and scrolled. The messages were exactly what you'd expect from a group of dudes who think women are side quests, memes, sports talk, crude jokes. Then, a few months back, I saw my name, Tyler. "So how long until Hannah lets you hit it?" "Chris. She looks like a 3-date max girl to me." "Jake. She wants to take it slow. Chill." "Tyler. Bet you $200 you can't seal the deal in 3 months." "Chris. I'm in. 3 months from first date or you're buying the Vegas Airbnb." "Jake. Make it 4 months. I'm not rushing her." "Tyler. Fine. 4 months. Clock starts now." My chest felt like it was collapsing. I scrolled further. Every update about our relationship, every little milestone, was turned into progress reports. Met her friends. They love me. Easy win. She stayed over but no sex yet. Playing long game. One message from the week before we slept together made me feel physically sick. She said she's almost ready but scared. "Any tips?" "Tyler. Tell her you're different from other guys, that you'll wait forever. Works every time." "Chris. Turn off the lights. Put on sad music. Talk about your childhood trauma LMAO." Jake's reply. "I got this. Calm down. I'll have your money soon." Then, the night after we'd been together for the first time, there it was. A photo of 3 emojis and a screenshot of a bank transfer. Tyler. "No fucking way you did it." Chris. "My man finally smashed." Jake. "Told you. Y'all can stop doubting me now." I put the phone down like it was burning me. He came back from the bathroom smiling, ready to wrap an arm around me, and I flinched. He noticed. Hey, he said softly. You okay? I looked at him and saw every promise he'd made me as lines in a script written in that chat. I didn't blow up in the bar. Part of me wanted to stand on a chair, read the messages out loud, and watch his face crumble. Instead, I took a breath and said, I'm tired, can we go? On the Uber ride home, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. Jake kept asking, what's wrong? Did someone say something? I told him we'd talk at his place. The minute the door closed behind us, I turned to him and said, what's the wolves chat? His face drained of color. What? He said, too quickly. I stared. The wolves, with Tyler and Chris. You know, the one where you turned me into a bet. He tried the usual tactics first. Confusion, then denial. You went through my phone? He snapped. That's such a violation, Hannah. I laughed, this ugly, broken sound. A violation? You made a countdown with your friends about how long it would take to get me into bed, and I'm the one violating trust? When he realized lying wasn't going to work, he shifted into excuses. It was just a joke, he said. You know how guys are. I never really cared about the money. I cared about you. I repeated his own words back to him. I'll have your money soon. Easy win. That's not how you talk about someone you care about. He started tearing up then, saying he'd messed up, that he'd felt insecure about his friends mocking him, that he'd gotten sucked into proving himself. But it was always real with you, he said. I fell in love with you, Hannah. The bet didn't mean anything. Except it did. It meant that every time he said, I can wait, there was a clock ticking in the back of his mind. It meant that the night I finally felt safe enough to be vulnerable, he was thinking, I win. I packed my things, hoodie, toothbrush, the book I kept on his nightstand, while he begged, promising therapy, deleting the chat in front of me like erasing it from his phone could erase it from my memory. I left anyway. My friends were split. Some said, he's trash, end of story. Others said, he did a horrible thing. But people grow. Are you sure you don't want to give him another chance? The thing is, it wasn't just the bet. It was what the bet revealed. That he cared more about looking like a man to his friends than being a decent human to me. That my consent, my pace, my trust, were all negotiable as long as he could talk about it in a group chat like some twisted achievement. I'm not going to pretend it didn't hurt losing the version of him I thought was real. But I'd rather be alone than with someone who thinks, I can wait and I'll have your money soon. Can live in the same mouth without poisoning everything between us. So here's my question for you. If you found out your partner had literally bet on how long it would take to cross one of your most vulnerable boundaries, turning your trust into a competition for laughs and cash, would you believe them when they said it was just a joke that went too far? Or would you walk away even with a broken heart because you finally realized you were the prize in a game you never agreed to play?